It takes a literal angel to stand in that level of goodness and mirror back to those who are wounded the beauty of God within them, to offer a transmission of spiritual awakening that bypasses the ego structure and invokes their greatest empowerment through unconditional divine love. The irony of that mirroring that Mary Magdalene provided is that the mirror is so radiant of a reflection for you to recognize who you are. It can feel like a lightning bolt of illumination in your mind and in your heart when it happens. This is why in the Sophia Code, Mary Magdalene says, "I am the lightning of revolutionary change." The radiance of her sovereign divine light is invoking the lightning of your own radiant divine light. Sounds lovely, but as we all know, most people are terrified of the truth of their divine light within them. But then they get triggered by the truth, afraid, defensive, and they fight back. But they are only fighting themselves. So a big part of Mary Magdalene's preparation for her ministry was learning how to co-create her ministry with the angelic orders that she was connected to and that were all around her, protecting her. Because any authentic spiritual leader who knows what they're doing knows they are not leading their ministry alone. You can't serve all these people with all their ego structures and trauma and wounding by yourself. You have to resource your direct connection to the source. You have to resource your spiritual guides and mentors and angelic protectors. And that's exactly what Mary Magdalene became a master of. And this is why her Sophia title in the Sophia Code is She of 1,000 Angels. For the longest time, I couldn't understand fully why Mother Mary wanted to be She of 1,000 Roses and Mary Magdalene wanted to be She of 1,000 Angels. I thought it would have been reversed. But they were both adamant that that's exactly what they wanted for this codex. And then I walked into a cathedral in Paris years later and saw the altar where Mary Magdalene was surrounded by these incredible angels. And I knew she had guided me there to reassure me that her decision was the right decision for her title. But Mary Magdalene is and was always a woman of community, a woman of community spiritual leadership. She loved co-creating with her spiritual guides and her angelic orders, and she loved co-creating with the earth angels by her side. Again, we often think about Mary Magdalene as such a individualized, singular figure that activates this individuated goddess embodiment within us, but her presence is lovingly guiding us to see how our sovereign individual embodiments contribute to a community awakening. Both are equally important. And what I love about how she shares her story in the Sophia Code, there's so much conscious awareness about her own inner dialogue regarding all of these choices that she made. She's modeling for us the great value of critically thinking for ourselves, of being willing to discern our own spiritual destinies, and being willing to be kind and compassionate to ourselves as we do our best to navigate this world and fulfill our divine purpose.